Hello, good morning. Welcome to this short broadcast with yours truly, Mr. O. Holla to everyone who's watching us, who's supporting this page. Thank you all for the good job, and thank you all for engaging with me yesterday in that interview. In fact, the interview was interviewing to the extent that we don't want to stop, and people were just engaging throughout the whole interview. All right. And I appreciate everyone who did that and everyone who shared to others to also listen and learn. All right. It was a learning process, it was a conversation that we were having. And I believe most of you picked one or two things, one or two tricks. And I have my takeouts. Trust me, I engaged with some of these people since they were in Ghana, even up to now, we are still engaging. But day in, day out, I still learn a thing or two from them. And in their stories and their experiences that they share with me, I still learn a few things from it. All right. So I'm just gonna just share my takeout. I don't know what you took out from yesterday's interview, but I took out a lot of good things. Richmond, good morning. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's inspiring to see you here too. I took out a lot of good things. The number one thing was resilience, the don't stop spirit. All right, you don't stop until you see the king. Right, that was one thing that was that was the theme of the whole interview yesterday. Resilience, because this gentleman had everything that could have prevented him from taking a step. In fact, after the first interview, he didn't go through. He did everything. He put in all his best for one interview. Nothing happened. He was given another interview, and the lights were taken. Okay, there was a light off. So he had to be radical in decision making, go all out, and took a bold decision to go and ask for help, which he wasn't even sure they would have granted. But you see, every day, as I keep saying, whatever you do it with the intention of making sure that you are leaving good seeds along the way. Those of you, George, those of you who know the parable of the sower, he said as he was going, he saw some fell on good soil, some fell on what hard ground, and some even fell on stony ground. So the sun dried them up. So trust me, every good deed, every good thing, every professional standard you put in your work you are doing, is a seed you are sowing. All right? Every gift you give along the way is a seed. What I'm doing now is a seed I'm sowing. Some will bear fruit, some will not bear fruit. It doesn't matter. It's not all of them that will bear. Even some of the seeds may die. Okay? Some of the seeds may die. My father was a farmer, so I know what I'm talking about. If he goes out to plant and he goes out to sow, it's not every seed. That is why when we were growing up, they will tell you that if you want to plant corn, you don't put just one single corn in the ground. You put at least three or four. And as they are growing, there are times he goes there to do transplanting. He transplants some of those ones that were overgrown to another place. Yes. Those were the days that the soil was so fertile that you don't have to struggle for the things to grow. you know. So yes, there are some that will bear good fruit, that will grow to become something else. And I believe that was one thing that helped this gentleman. He always goes to a shop to buy and he leaves a seed, he leaves a trace. In the day of adversity, that was where he got his help from. The lights were off, your interview is coming, what do I do? Oba, the lights were off. The interview is at 11 o'clock. And I cannot miss this interview. What do I do? So he was quick in his thinking, went to the very shop that he buys the things from, the gas station, and lo and behold, the lady was so generous to give him access to the manager's office. Is that not surprising? The manager's office, for him to have his interview. And it was that interview that brought him here. Mm? For some of us, I believe most of you would have stopped right there. Most of you would have given up. Most of you would have called, Mr. L, I have light off. So me, the interview, I don't know. Go and get a hotel. All right? Go somewhere. Go and talk to somebody. Make sure there is nothing that is stopping you from getting that interview in. For some of us, the excuses are just too much. I keep telling you guys, look, if I want to give you an excuse why I shouldn't be here, I shouldn't do this, I can get 10,000 excuses. Oh yes, if you are looking for excuses, you can get 10,000 excuses. But if you are really poised, you are really, aggressive about getting it, nothing will stop you. All right, there'll be nothing that can stop you when that time comes. So if you are complaining about money, me, I don't have money to do transcript evaluation. The website, they are too complex. If I'm filling the form, you complain and you cry and nobody is listening to me. And Mr. Oh, I don't have anybody. Just like that cripple. When the water is stirred, I don't have anybody to push me in. No one is going to push you in the water. You have to drag yourself into that water. He dragged himself. The gentleman woke up. He said, look, I slept and woke up. My laptop was not charged. The lights were still out. 5 o'clock, the light is still not back. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, he said, look, listen, let me dress and walk out. He doesn't know where he was going. He went to the cafe. There was no light in the cafe. And he was looking like giving up. And I know you have to wear tie, you have to wear suit. So imagine dressing like that and going around with your laptop and looking for a place to charge it. Yeah, some of you cannot stand the shame. You think, I'm fairy. I'm shy. You are shy. No problem. The opportunities will not wait for you. It will just pass like that. If he had delayed, this story would have been different. Yeah, he would have been, maybe he would have been given another opportunity. But on the majority of levels, he would have been in Ghana crying and complaining and beating himself and regretting that he didn't take the bold step. Some of you live in communities that you don't even talk to anybody. Lord, yes. Some of you live in the communities that you don't even talk to anyone. Your school, you don't talk to anybody because you are loggerheads with everyone. You are fought with everyone in that school. How? And you are fighting everyone. And everyone is fighting you. How? You don't talk to your neighbors. You don't talk to your colleagues. Even your students, you have fight with them. You are always fighting with your students. You don't know. Maybe, just maybe, a day will come where you need such an opportunity to do an interview, and it may be one of your students' house that you have to go and beg to plug your laptop or to plug your phone in order to do your interview. All right? So let us all learn it. Leave seeds along the way. So, just so, you never know which one will be your savior. Plant the trees. One of them will serve as a shade for you one day. Yes, just keep on planting. One of those trees will serve as a shade for you one day when you need it. When the sun is up, when the rain is up, on your rainy day, one of those trees that you planted back will serve as a shade for you. And I believe that is exactly what happened to this gentleman. He got saved on the day by a particular tree that he planted that he never knew would have saved him. Yeah. And that is how life is. The second thing I picked also was that he saw his future very early. Yes, he saw his future very early. In one of his former teachers. Think about it. He saw his future in one of his former teachers. His teacher that he met him, the man was on retirement and the man wasn't looking good. I shared the smart things, the things smart people do on this page. And I said one of the things is that they plan ahead, right? They begin with the end in mind. Yes, they begin with the end in mind. So if you can perceive the end from the beginning, that is one of the smartest things you can do as a human being. Javed, good morning. Oba, you know you can WhatsApp me, right? You know, so please do. It is you that have been running away. It's not me. He saw his future way ahead of what everyone was seeing. He met his former teacher, and the way the man was looking, he said no. So is that how it's all gonna be? Is that how it's gonna end with us two? Is that how it's gonna end with us two? That was a question he asked himself. Then those were some of the things that actually sparked the fire in him. Ima, good morning. Trauma, good morning. Those were one of the things that sparked the fire in him. He saw his former teacher, he saw the future, and he saw the thing playing right before him. He said, look, no, this is not the future we envisage. So I'm going to put in everything. In fact, he got to a point where an agent, a fraudulent agent, wanted to take him 200,000 Ghana cedis. You know 200,000 Ghana cedis last year. Divide it. Let's be even generous and let's divide it by 10, right? That is how much? A lot of money. Almost, if I'm not, let me see, 200,000 Ghana cedis. Let's even be generous enough and say we are not going to use 15. Let's even use 10. That is $20,000. So if you use 15, that is about $13,000. That a guy wanted to take him. But the guy said, oh, don't worry. You just pay this one when I do everything. So the guy or the agent that he got in contact with was using the same platforms. He was doing the same websites. So lucky for him, he has gone to the websites and he has seen the questions. So the moment the guy sent him the questions, he said, I've seen these questions before. Yeah. You understand? I've seen this question before. Then, as George said, he was very strategic. He was very, very strategic. He sat down, committed time, committed resources to whatever he was doing. And it has brought him good outcomes. Most of you want to most of you want to come on this teaching program, but you are not ready to commit. Mr. Say is here. Mr. Say will come and tell you one of his story is one of the look. Maybe I don't want to take the sale out of his story. Let him come and let's have that conversation. Mr. Say, we are waiting for you. Mr. Say will share his story and he will understand how resilient some people can be. Someone who got rejected, in fact, he was denied student visa and he applied for the teaching one and he got it. This gentleman had applied to over 100 schools, paid fees. In fact, I was the one paying some of the service fees for him. So I know what I'm talking about. You know? So sometimes you must be very strategic. You must be very smart. And I keep saying this. Don't let anyone charge you for the same things you can do. These are just databases. Go in there the same way you create Yahoo Mail, the same way you create Google Mail, the same way you are creating all your emails and creating Facebook account. Some of you can create Facebook account in 5 minutes, right? Facebook account, what do you need? You are just inputting data into a database. That is all it is. It's just an interface that is giving you your name, your first name, your last name, your email address, your phone number, your that. That is all you are doing. Yet some of you are ready to pay agents, not even the correct ones, or the bad ones, $10,000, $5,000. When you come on this page and we said, don't even pay me $5,000, just share this video. If I go and see the metrics, look, sometimes if I look at the metrics, you see that, 1.1K people watch your video. How many people shared? 2. Yeah. That is how bad the metrics look sometimes. But you see, they are ready to commit money to fraudulent agents and pay them huge sums of money. Whereas we are giving this thing for free. We have been talking about this thing. We have been giving all this guidance for nothing. Yet, the only thing you can do is to share this video. Propagate this message to others. No, they will not. They will come and watch this one. But yet, the next minute when they leave here, look, Emmanuel called me one day and said, sir, there is a gentleman, 2 of them are in my school right now. They are talking about the same thing. And I have started asking them questions, then they have run away. And they were going to charge teachers almost $8,000. Yes, I talked about it one time. $8,000. And teachers were ready to pay. So Emmanuel, who knew the truth, who has gone through the mill with me and everything, and he was like, he started asking them some technical questions and realized that the guys don't know anything. But you see, the gullible teachers who are so lazy not to do anything, they have big phones. Yeah, they have all the Huawei, the Infinix, the big phones, the iPhones. They are the ones having it. They don't use it for anything. They are only using it to watch YouTube, laugh, watch Nigerian movie, laugh, and that's it. Whereas you can learn, you can create a whole business using that same phone. And they were ready to pay. So you must be very strategic. You must be very smart. You must be very, you must be serious with whatever you are doing. Ketchup, thank you so much. Evelyn, I've applied for the School of Masters program. I didn't get admission, so I've decided to use the teaching route. That's all. Yes. If one path does not work for you, use the other one. That's it. That's what I keep saying. I keep preaching here. Where Ghana says it was a great time with Mr. Pong. Yes, it was. But you must sit down again and listen to that interview again. Pick pen and paper. Write. Do your notes. Make sure. See the way he did his things. You see, it's a simple conversation. But trust me, if you sit down, you could map up from August when he started following and started doing the applications. They were not responding. He was quiet. He kept his composure. There were times Mr. Pong was, Mr. O, are you sure this thing is going to work? I said, Mr. Pong, what are you scared of? After all, if it doesn't work, what do you have to lose? You did everything by yourself. So you have nothing to lose. You didn't pay anybody $10,000 for them to fill in forms for you. You did it by yourself, right? So keep going. Even on the interview day to the embassy, we didn't even talk about the embassy. On the interview day to the embassy, Mr. Osewo called me. Mr. O, are you sure this thing, Charlie, my heart too? I said, no, relax. He went in and boom, the thing happened. And another lesson that I took out from his story, listen carefully. He said after the visa was granted to him, he became paranoid. Yeah, it was a big word for me. And you see, if it was a big word for me because in our Ghanaian context, we don't normally become paranoid about things like that. But if you tell somebody in America that you are paranoid, they may call psychologists or they may call the suicide. They may call the suicide line for you. Oh yes, trust me. They may call the suicide line for you, and they will come and pick you up, or you'll be on the suicide watch list because it is assumed that if you are paranoid, you could do anything to yourself. He said, "I was paranoid." Why was he paranoid? Because he was just trying to be careful. Hmm? He was just trying to be careful. Hope, good morning to you. Director, yeah, good morning. Beautiful Tuesday, yes, in Waterboro. Come on, you are the boss. You are the boss player. You are the boss player. Eh? Your 10, your own is coming. You ask for your story. We'll do 4 days. We'll do it in series. Season 1, season 2, season 3. Eh? Next, Rita, good afternoon, good morning to you. You understand? So at the end of the day, this gentleman, Mr. Paul is here. He said, I became paranoid. Mr. Paul to the whole Wiase. You, Mr. Paul to the whole Florida. He said, I was paranoid because he wanted to be extra careful. In fact, all of a sudden, even if he's in a car, he said, look, driver, don't rush. I'm not in a rush to go anywhere. Eh? Even if he's eating, if he goes to the chopper to eat, I'm not even hungry. All of you become so over careful, over protective of yourself. I remember the same way when I had my visa in July, 1st July. No, it was 1st July. No, 2nd. It was 2nd July. Look, from that point forward, in fact, when I got my school in February in 2019. All of a sudden, my attitude changed in the school. I go to school early. Look, I put in extra work. I was just doing everything for nobody to see anything. Like, I didn't want anyone to hear a hint. So I was normal. I was serious. So they see me there 6 o'clock. They say, Bema, what are you doing here 6 o'clock? I said, I'm a teacher now. I have to teach my students. Until I left, before most of my colleagues understood, they said, we knew it. There was something wrong. We knew something was amiss because you would not see a thing on campus 6 o'clock in the morning. I said, if you know what is chasing after you or what you are chasing after, you change your attitude. All right? So he was more careful. And I keep telling people all the time, just be careful. That's it. This life, he's not being superstitious, but he said, look, that thing fell, it turned on him that I'm not the property of Ghanaian government anymore. I'm the property of the United States government. So now I must walk carefully. My steps must be well taken. And that was exactly what he did. Until he came here. My boss, director, long time. You must say every part of his experience he shared was valuable. I even love his classroom experience with the kids. Yes. You see, that was why I said everyone will have his takeout. Everyone will have his takeout. Take your time, go to YouTube. I mean, Facebook, if you are playing it and somebody calls you or you go off the screen, you cannot come back, right? But go to YouTube. YouTube, if you are playing the video, you can minimize it and still be doing other things on the phone. So just let it be there and take your time and listen to the whole interview again. Build your experience from there. Pick your takeouts. Take whatever you think will work out for you. His interview, he had only two questions. He was asked 2 questions. Just 2 simple questions. By the end of the interview, he got a job. You see, my experience, they asked me more than 15 questions. We were just talking. The principal will come. The principal also interviewed me, asked me so many questions. But you see, his experience is different. So all of us will be, we are all unique. Our experiences will be different. But what is good about this thing or beautiful about this thing is that pick all these ones, put them together, and now it becomes your walking or GPS. At the end of the day, you will be able to learn from it. Latif, assalamu alaikum, Latif. Latif, your time is coming. Come and share your story, because Latif also have a very unique story. Latif can worry me in the night. Mr. O, Mr. I said, relax. You people should relax. No, they will not relax. But he knows, everyone knows what they want. So I am proud of Mr. Pong. I am really, really proud of Mr. Pong. There are so many things that I've learned from yesterday's interview that, yes, we laughed, we joked, but trust me, there were deep things the guy was talking about. They were too deep. And you see, it takes the deep to call to the deep. So the deep call it to the deep. So go back and listen to the video. Go on YouTube. I will always recommend that you go to the YouTube for the playback. Go there, take your time, listen to it. Unless you are in your office and you want to listen on your Facebook, that is fine. You can listen on Facebook as well. All right? Go there, take your time and listen carefully. These are the things you should be listening to. These are the things you should be committing time to. The interview videos, these are the things you should be committing time to. Not the everyday politics. Yes, we all listen to politics once in a while, but it is not like that is what you must be eating, because those things do not give you anything. You only get angry. Yeah, if you go and be listening to all these politics and all these things they're talking about, you just be angry with yourself every day, and you go bore for no reason, because the politicians are not ready to listen. And he said one thing. He said, look, if you are a young man and you have the opportunity, take it. I asked him, do you advise people to come per what you have experienced? You have experienced teaching in the US classroom. The keys, you know, the disrespect and everything. You have seen it. So will you advise your fellow teachers to come? He said, yes, I will advise them to come. Was there any regret? He said, no, regret. Regret is very remote from him. He doesn't regret any decision that he has made, because the system is forcing him to learn. He is now teaching in America. He said, well, all that he was doing for the past 3-4 years, he wasn't teaching. He was playing. He is now teaching. I feel not that he is now teaching. Yes, and I keep telling you, when I came here, I realized that all my 9 years of teaching experience was bogus. It was, we were joking, we were playing. This is where the real deal is. You experience it, you enjoy it. At that point, you understand that, oh, okay. Because what do you need? You need, how do you call it? Teaching and learning materials, right? They'll give it to you. Do you want money to pay for any platform? Yes, you'll get it. Oh, I need this app. They'll give it to you. They have everything. So now the job is for you to deliver. That is where the deal is. And Mr. Pong said, in fact, I have learned a lot. And it's all been learning. Ever since he came, it's all been learning, because you are learning to do so many things at the same time. There are times that he gets the email. We're talking backstage. He gets an email for IEP plans. I've talked about IEP plans recently, accommodations. They will send you the emails. You are supposed to read and know that each student in your class, these are the accommodations you must give them. And accommodation is not about rent. If I talk about accommodations in education, it's not rent. Accommodations in education means you must accommodate that child in the context in which that child was given to you. So if that child has a hearing problem, you must accommodate that child in your class in the way that your teaching and learning process does not, he's not impeded, even though he has a hearing problem. Make sure you provide things, or you do things, or your teaching in such a way that he or she will still be part of your learning process. If that child doesn't understand English, because we have Hispanic students in our classes, right? Those from Mexico, Colombia, some of them don't even understand one single English. If you ask them something, me no speak English. That's all the English they know. Me no speak English. But you see, you must provide that language accommodation. How do you do that? Sometimes you have to go in and the worksheet you are giving them, convert it to what? Spanish for them. Even if you are going to do something on YouTube, copy the YouTube link, the same thing, then go and search for the Spanish version that you share with that student. Yes. There were days that I have to use Google Translator with some of the students. I type, she type. I type, she type, because she doesn't understand what I'm doing. So I have to type it, and then she said, oh. Then she herself will go and open the YouTube video and say, this? I say, yes, this. What a YouTube video in Spanish, she gets my class. She passed my class with A. Oh, yes. So those are the individualized educational plans that you have to give to them. Some of them, they have anxiety issues, and you must accommodate them. Some of them are on the spectrum. Yes, you must accommodate them. Some of them are bipolar. Some of them have ADHD. They are hyperactive. You must accommodate them. So they don't take all these keys out of your class because no. You are going to deal with all of them as a teacher. That is where the professionalism comes. And you have to read and understand each and everyone's own. Some of them have allergies. Some of them have so many things is going on. So you are not just coming to stand there and talk. All right? So there's a lot to learn, and I will urge you all to go and watch the video, learn more, and let's all keep learning. Mr. Edu says, I have been disturbing you small in your meal. Yes, you have been disturbing me. Very soon you stop. What really pinned me most was his resilience to learning on the job and not being proud. Yes, some of us, we are very proud. Most Ghanaians, when we come, some of the teachers are struggling because they still don't want to let go of their Ghanaian way of doing things. They want to stand before the kids and talk for 30 minutes and talk for 2 hours. No, here you don't do that. You don't do that. They want to be angry with these kids. No, you can't. You see the situation he narrated. The student got up and said, now I am getting angry. I need my phone. Okay, who will see? Who is the boss in the class? I'm sure if it were Ghana, I saw a video online where a teacher was using hammer to smash a student's iPhone and threw it away. I don't know whether it was Ghana or Nigeria, but I saw the video online on somebody's timeline. A teacher using hammer to smash a student's iPhone. Come and do it here. Come and try it here. The next minute you are in the cooler, you are losing your license, you are losing your job, and you'll be on the next plane to Ghana. Huh? You think that is how you manage students? No. And Mr. Paul couldn't have done that. And at that time, that student has the right to tell you that I need my phone. It's not your property, it is his phone. And it is your job as a teacher to make sure that student is not on his phone in your class. How do we do it? Negotiations. I've said it several times. You negotiate. You manage humans. You manage, students, adolescents. You are managing them. It is not about shouting. It is not about being pompous. Hey, I am the boss. No. You don't do that here, George. By the grace will join you soon. Yes, you come. Come. There's so many rooms, so much room. There's so much room for everybody. There's so much room for everybody. All right? There's so much room for everyone. So I have my takeouts. What is yours? Let me hear them in the comment section. Give me your verdict on what you learned from yesterday in the comment section, and let's continue the discussion. I know there are so many teachers who, look, those who came this year, look, 90% of them have unique stories. Sometimes if I listen, I say, look, this story must not, you shouldn't be telling me this story. You should be telling the whole world this story so that people will learn a thing or two from your story. That way, it is not coming from me. It is coming from the source itself. I don't want to be a secondary or a tertiary data collector. Let it be a primary data. You come and share your story and let everyone see it from your perspective. All right? You were once like them, and you did this, you did that, you did this. Vivian, good morning. So, very simple. Let us all be strategic. Let us all be watchful, smart. Let us all sow seeds, good seeds, along the way. Don't expect results immediately. And he said he's not going to tell you the journey is going to be easy. No, it wasn't easy for him. But if you are resilient, if you are, committed to the process, you eat the best of the land. All right? You eat the best of the land. So I wish you all the best. It's a brand new week. We started it yesterday, and we'll continue. And let's keep sharing. Let's keep sharing. I'll do my best to bring you anyone that is available to share their story, so that we all will keep pursuing the good things. And as I said, before I close, we all have come to America. We all have traveled to UK. People have traveled to Azerbaijan, Iraq, wherever. We decide to share the good news. It is none of your business. If you think America is not sweet or is not good as we keep saying it, you open your own Facebook or your YouTube and share your bad story. No, that is not me. In the midst of the bad story, there are people who are still thriving here. In the midst of the bad story that you think you have, there are people who are making it more than you. They are making it. All the billionaires, where are they coming from? In the midst of all the bad, where are all the billionaires coming from? America. There are more billionaires here. There are young billionaires in America. You understand? But Africa, you have one who have made it known. We must worship them. No. There are so many of them here. There are so many young millionaires here. But you go to Africa, you see one single one. Hey, this one, he has built a household. He has bought Lamborghini. Lamborghini is on the street of America. We don't use it for anything. Go to Miami. Come to New York. Even come to Washington. It is plenty. These are cars you see every day. They are everyday cars you see on the street. It's not like Tesla. Somebody has bought Cybertruck, and it's a big news. Everyone is gathered at the port, and they are looking at the Cybertruck, and they are saying, "He has bought Tesla." Tesla, no. Tesla, they use it for Uber. Yeah, Uber. F-150. People are using F-150 for Uber. Nobody cares. Lamborghini. Look. My brothers and sisters, relax. That is my part, and that is my quest. I will keep sharing the good things about the place. You go and share your bad things. I don't care. I am not in that business. What I have tasted of what I've seen is what I preach about, and that is all we do. I'm not going to be, come and see. There are people sleeping on the roadside, and you go and say every day that America. And, yeah, you go and talk about it. I'm not interested in that. In the same America, people are sleeping on the street, but people are also becoming millionaires overnight, every day. This is a system that you invest your money in the government bonds. You'll never get a haircut. America has never defaulted in their government bonds. You are telling me I shouldn't talk about that one. No, talk about that one. Let's talk about that one. Don't come and be talking about all the bad things only. Let's talk about that one. Has America defaulted in their government bonds to you before? No, your government is doing haircut, is doing down cut, is doing punk, is cutting you all kind of hairstyles. And you are telling me I shouldn't talk about the good things? No, come on, man. That is me. I decide to focus on the good things. You can decide to focus on your bad. We are all different. America is good. It's sweet. And you heard it in Mr. Pond's own words. He said the place good. He's no more going. He's not going back. Yeah, he misses his home country sometimes. But no. I ain't going. No, for what? You cannot vegetate on one side of the planet. This planet is so big. God created this planet in his own wisdom. It's so big. There's so many countries. There's so many places. Things that you see in America, you may not see in Africa. Things that you see in South Africa, you may not see in Namibia. Things you see in Namibia, you may not see in Iraq. Experience. Wherever the thing pushes you, experience. Travel. See. Experience the world. God did not create you just for you to be sitting in one place. So somebody travels and is talking about the good things and you are angry. Some of you, but I know some of you watching this video right now, you're bored. But you can't get off. You bossy, why is he talking America? I mean, every day America. It is slavery. Slavery, we like it. You who is independent in your own country, you are still a slave in your own country. I would rather be a slave in the slave master's country than to be a slave in my own country. Think about it. You want to be independent. You think or you say every day, I am independent, right? But you are staying in your own country. This country is free. You can do anything you want. Yes, you can do anything you want. That is why, don't let me go there. People can do whatever they want and still go free. Yes. They can do anything they want and still go free. And it can only happen there. Yeah, it can only happen. That one, you don't want to talk about it. It is people's choice on these streets. The system has already been put in place, arrangements for them. Yeah, it is. My issues pertaining to visa acquisition at the Embassy of Ghana. Is it still possible to get an interview? Yes, it is still possible to get an interview. Interview is not a problem. You get an interview, they don't worry at all. You are a special case. You're a teacher, you are a special case. The portal will open for you. Relax when your time comes. And that's what you said yesterday was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mr. George says, as for the up and down, we'll go through it because we are not practicing the US teaching style, but we need to embrace the change when it happens. Very important. Very important. Please find one elementary teacher to also come. Oh, yes, they are there. Ama, they are there plenty, but they just don't want to come. They are all scared of the witches and wizards. I don't know what to say. They are all scared. They are all scared. They are all scared that somebody will see them and look, even if somebody sees you and they ask you for money, you don't have it. What is your point? Don't even bother yourself. If I don't have it, I don't have it. You can text me and call me. I don't care. Yeah. If I don't have it, I don't have it. You understand? So I don't see the point. But hey, everyone has their choice. I don't force people to come on this channel. But I always tell them, listen, your story is very unique. And it will help somebody in their application process, in the journey here. You have learned something, you have experienced something. Come and share so that everyone will learn from your experience because you are in a different city. I came to a different city. And you see, fortunately for me, Miss Opon is in Florida. I also came into Florida before moving to other states. Look, I'm left to visit other states. I've visited so many states in America. And that is how life is supposed to be. I don't want to vegetate in one side of this. I mean, America is big. I wouldn't want to stay in one side forever and ever. So I'm looking for them. I'm looking for them. I'm looking for them. In fact, I have about almost 8 elementary teachers now. But I think at the appropriate time, they will come and share their story. All right? They'll come and share their story. Shine, good work. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, Mr. Shine. Thank you. Mr. Shine also has to come on this page, but he's running away from me. All right, guys. I will leave you here. Have a blessed week and stay out of trouble. Enjoy these streets and don't let anybody tell you any negative thing. If it's not good, they should leave wherever they are and go back home. But I'm telling you, the place is good. There's so many opportunities here. There's so many good things here. Not only here, there are so many good things in other places of the world. So if in one place where you are is not working, pack your bags, go to the next place. All right? I'll see you when I see you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.